Jeez, sorry.
I'm gonna make sure the water boils. Or actually, we're gonna skin our potatoes first. Where is it? There. So, thank you. Thank you. So what we're gonna do, guys, oh, and I need to get my spinach out. We need to get our spinach out. Dankeschön, ich wünsche dir auch ganz viel Spaß heute noch und danke fürs Posten und ich hoffe, du hast noch einen wunderschönen restlichen Tag. So spinach, I could have defrosted it earlier already. I'm just gonna let it out and see, let it defrost by itself a little bit, and if it's probably not gonna defrost fully the way we need it. So I will defrost it in a microwave later. Leben am Limit, oha, ne, das kann ich mir vorstellen. Das klingt sehr nervenaufreibend auf jeden Fall. Oh wait, I have different potatoes actually that I need to use first. Let me use my other potatoes first. I forgot, I bought new potatoes even though I still had potatoes, god damn it. So, first, what we're gonna prepare is for our croquettes, I don't know how to say it in English. Croquetten in German. We will prepare some mashed potatoes. Basically, kinda. Croquettes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna boil potatoes. That's gonna be our first move. And before we boil the potatoes, because we're gonna basically just mash them, as soon as they're done cooking, we will skin them first. Alex. So guys, how are you all doing? Well shit, I had like a really scary incident yesterday, so I didn't really sleep that much. So if I look super tired, I'm sorry about it. Skin them. Potatoes. Peel the potatoes, sorry. I blanched the potatoes, I'm sorry. Spark. Babes, how you doing? So yeah, we had a little bit of a scary incident. Nathan yesterday had at night, so we watched Modern Family till like, I don't know, midnight or something. And then I finally, for the first time, fell asleep. And then Nathan came in the room and he was like, Julia, I think I'm gonna fall. And he had like a very scary and bad vertigo attack that lasted for over an hour, like 1.5 hours, which was really scary. And again, I wanted to explain a little bit what my thoughts are behind the dinner we're gonna do today, like starter, main, and dessert. So my thought behind the whole cooking stream today is, as we all know, COVID is a thing, and Christmas is not gonna be the same for most people. I mean, it's probably depending where you live and which rules your country has. But for example, this year we weren't able to see Nathan's family once. I'm gonna be able to see my dad on the 25th, but that's the only family member that I'm gonna be able to see for Christmas, sadly, this year. And I'm really aware that a lot of people might just spend Christmas alone or like in a very small circle of people. So I was thinking, you know what? A lot of people probably not gonna make like a 10-kilo turkey and they don't have an idea what they're gonna make for Christmas. So I was thinking, you know, because I was talking with Nathan, because on the 24th, that's when we're celebrating in Austria and in most of Europe, I think. We're not like in America where we celebrate on the 25th. I still want to have like a fancy dinner, right? I still want to celebrate, have a little festive moment, if that makes sense. And for that, I was thinking, okay, what can be something that is kind of a fancy meal, right? It's gonna taste delicious and also is not gonna be that much work, and everybody can do at home without having to do like the hugest of preparation, right? So I'm just gonna cut the potatoes in some medium-sized pieces. Vertigo, hello. I mean, that's the thing. Like, every country has their own, like, typical Christmas food, right? So I'm just putting them in the water. The water is already warm, doesn't need to boil when you put them in. And then you just want to boil the potatoes till they're soft. Obviously, depending on how thick you cut your pieces, or if you let the potatoes in like full pieces, the cooking time is gonna vary. Mine are probably gonna cook for like 25-30 minutes. So you were doing the potatoes. In the meanwhile, I'm gonna like defrost the spinach for the filling of the chicken, and we can prep the chicken as well. So I'm making the filling for our chicken. So we're making a stuffed chicken. As you know, like with a normal full chicken, it's not like, hey, you can just, you know, stuff it like a turkey. I mean, technically you could, but you probably shouldn't. They're like all the bones. It doesn't really like pay off to get like the filling out and stuff. So that's what I wanted to do first, to make like a mini turkey kind of, right? Basically, I just have some ricotta here, ricotta cheese. Oh, great. This is working fantastic, huh? Look at this. So good. I'm just gonna put the ricotta straight in here. Oh, the potatoes are boiling. The potatoes are boiling. I'm gonna turn them down a little bit so they don't boil over anymore. So what I'm gonna do with the filling, so it's gonna be a mix of ricotta, spinach, some garlic, salt and pepper, and maybe I'm gonna put some herbs in there. Here's some, I have like the sour cream and onion seasoning, that's pretty good. So salt, garlic, I'm gonna put some, this is like a mix from Ankerkraut that I'm using. It's onion, a little bit of sugar, garlic, parsley, white pepper, and lime zest. I think that's gonna be a good mixture. And some black pepper. Now I'm just gonna mix it together. Female Gordon Ramsay? No, I'm not a trained chef at all. So I'm just a hobby chef. I'm not a professional, my friend, sadly. You can call me maybe something like the, I don't know, Twitch's hobby chef or something like that. Better Gordon Ramsay. Careful, careful. I don't want to get in trouble. I never said that. Gordon, if you ever watch this, I did not say that I'm better than you. He's gonna literally grill me. Tasting really good. Very, very nice. I'm gonna check on our spinach that is currently defrosting. I'm just pouring off the excess liquid that comes out when you defrost from the spinach. Yeah, and the spinach is already done defrosting, which is really nice. You can obviously also take fresh spinach if you'd like that. I just want it to be like pretty dry before we mix that in. And now we're putting like the frozen, so I didn't take like a creamy spinach or something, like I wanted to have it chunky. So we have some chunky spinach that we're gonna mix into this. So chicken. Now, as I said, we're gonna make a filled chicken, right? So what we want to do is we're gonna try to cut a pocket. Oopsie, sorry for the loud noise. We're gonna try to cut a pocket in the chicken and stuff that with the filling, okay? So what I'm gonna do is now I'm gonna try to cut a pocket into my chicken breast. I could have actually cut off the bad parts first. See, we have a nice pocket here, which we're gonna fill with the cheese. Usually what I do is, oh, this is actually a really bad knife, just realized. Maybe not the best for the meat. I'm gonna put the parts away. This one is probably better. The parts away that we don't want to eat and that is going towards the dog and the cats. So, pocket done. Number uno. And then we're gonna pet off the next one. There we go. Now we're gonna fill it with ricotta. Our ricotta spinach mix. So, let's see. I want it pretty stuffed, but you also don't want it to like not at all be able to close anymore, right? So I'm just gonna stuff them all and then I'm gonna close them all at once. It's fine if like some of the filling is gonna come out while baking it. So don't worry about it being too perfect or anything. So how I'm gonna close it, I'm just gonna take some toothpicks and I'm basically just gonna try to pierce the chicken. Like the thing is, it's still gonna be open, so don't worry about it again being too perfect. Like it can come out, it's fine. We don't really care about it. We just want it to be like somewhat secured, so not everything is coming out, right? So friends, we prepared the chicken. Our potatoes are done cooking. So we're gonna just strain our potatoes out and prepare it for our croquettes. We're gonna preheat the oven. So this is legit the easiest Christmas dessert that you're gonna be finding anywhere, okay? Just so you know, this is literally Weasel could do this. And all you need for this recipe is a pre-made, what is it called? Puff pastry, I think is the word, right? Puff pastry, and you need some Nutella. That is all you need, technically. Okay, so Nutella, puff pastry, that is the basics that you need. But if you want it to be a little bit more fancy, right, so it looks like you at least put a little bit of effort in there, you can like add 2 more things. Please don't make fun of me, I'm a midget. I need that to get up here. So if you want to make it a little bit more fancy, you can add some different nuts, these nuts, to the whole thing. And because we want it to be Christmassy, right? Where is it? Here. We're gonna also add some cinnamon. Okay. What we're gonna need right now is a baking tray and a fresh baking sheet. Now I'm going to show you. This is literally so easy. Usually how you make this, if you would make it like for a full family or something, you would need 2 times the puff pastry. But I'm making a small version because we're only 2 people and we're not going to eat a huge tree. So we're making the dessert right now, which is a Nutella Christmas tree, okay? It's going to look fancy, but it's super easy to make. So basically what we're gonna do is like the middle is like here, so cross this. You don't need to have it like looking perfect or anything. Just so you know, you can be like really messy with this. How thick are we gonna make the trunk? Like this maybe? We like big trunks here, right? It's not even at all, but that's fine. That's totally fine. So basically what we're doing, we're gonna put Nutella on this. Guys, if you have any questions to me, to my stream, my kitchen, please feel free to ask. I'm super happy to answer all of your questions. Mira's back there with her tail wiggling. So what you want to do now is just you want to spread the Nutella pretty close to the edge. The shape of our tree, it's a little bit wonky, but that's fine. And now you could just leave it like this, put the second layer on and move on. But we want it to be a little bit fancy, put at least a little bit more effort in, right? So anyway, you can top it if you want with some nuts, these nuts. So I have some crushed almonds that I'm gonna drizzle a little bit over it. Let's go. Let's see. So now what we want to do, you want to cut like approximately 1 centimeter thick strips into the tree. It doesn't need to be perfect, right? So you just do you. You don't need to be like 100% perfect with every cut. We're not quite done yet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna transfer the tree on our baking tray right now, because I just want it to stay in shape once I start swirling it. So this is how it looks like, and what you want to do now is after you cut it. Yes, you think so? Okay, perfect, Pexi. So now you want to take the Christmas branches and you're just gonna turn it like twice and lay it back down. And that is what you want to do with every single one of those. And that's how we're gonna form our Christmas tree. This is coming out cute. Yeah, I'm gonna show you in a little bit, whoopsie, how it's gonna look once it's fully done, right? Chicken filled with Nutella? No, chicken filled with spinach and ricotta. Obviously this tree is filled with Nutella. And this is what the tree will look like before we put it in. Oh, I forgot the cinnamon. We could have like put some cinnamon on it as well if you wanted. That's my bad, I forgot that. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a little bit of milk, just a little bit, and we're gonna brush our puff pastry with the milk. You could also do that just with butter or with like egg wash if you want. It's depending what different surface you want it to be lit, right? So just brushing it with a little bit of milk. Now we're gonna start working on our croquettes. The milk we also not gonna need anymore, most likely. Can give it to my dog as well. Maybe if she wants it. I don't even know if Mira likes milk. So we have our potatoes. We boiled them earlier already. So what do we want to do for croquettes? Hi Till. You want a potato press, or you can just like destroy the potatoes in a different way. That doesn't really matter. But with this, it's going the fastest. Basically, just imagine for the base of the croquettes, you just want to start like a normal, like, what is called? This is so satisfying, by the way. A potato press is literally one of the most satisfying things on the planet, I swear. You basically just want to work like you would make mashed potatoes, right? Your life is a potato? Okay, that's great, because potatoes are amazing, and potatoes can be whatever you want them to be. They can be fries, they can be puree, they can be a ton of yummy things. Look at this. The tree is already done. And then you just want to put some powdered sugar on it before you eat it. And that's it. And then it even looks like there's snow on it. How cool is that? Pretty and simple. We gonna, first of all, season this puppy. So we need a lot of salt with so many potatoes. Then we need some pepper. Candy cane formed croquettes. Oh, that's gonna be so much work. I don't know if I want to put that much work in them, to be honest. To be 100% honest with you. Then we need some nutmeg. So you're basically just gonna treat this like normal mashed potatoes. So, and then we're mashing this because I don't want to have like a million potato pieces under my what is it called, under my nails. So, and we're also gonna use a little bit of milk. Oh, we're actually good that we didn't throw that milk away. Let's see if I'm gonna need some more or not. I'm just gonna put it here on the side just in case. True. You know, once they dry out, it's almost like you have some chips. Starksy, hello. A little bit more milk. There we go. Good splash. You enjoying this? Nice. And now we just mix it all together. Oh, that was the right amount. Just the right amount. Now we're just gonna mix it all through so we have our spices like spread in a good way. Adding a little bit more salt. I also cooked my potatoes without salt, so there's this. So we salted it, and now I'm gonna show you how to actually make out of normal mashed potatoes. For example, you could also do it that you use leftover mashed potatoes and make croquettes out of them if you don't want to eat on a second day, you know, another time mashed potatoes. What we need now, guys, we're gonna need 1 egg, flour, and some breadcrumbs. The classic. Hast schon? Perfect. So, let me see. Oh snap, our rolls are popping off. Let me see. I'm gonna take 3 small bowls for our breading. So one of them is gonna be egg. Come back when you're done. When they're done, the croquettes. Okay. Thank you so much. So the egg. What we want to do is we want to beat the egg a little bit. Then we want some. Yannick, no, you get banned. Why? For what? What did you do? Some flour. Yeah, 7,000 people. Thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate it. So flour, egg, and then in here we're gonna put some breadcrumbs. And with the breadcrumbs, so what we want to do, usually most of the people, what they're doing, they're deep frying their croquettes, right? I'm actually not a fan of deep frying them because, I don't know, I'm not a big fan. So what we're gonna do is, instead of deep frying it, we're gonna make ours in the oven. So what you wanna do also for the breading, you can add, if you want, some more salt. And what I'm gonna be putting is some smoky paprika. So, paprika, and then I'm just gonna take a spoon. I'm losing my pants for some reason. Fried is better, of course, but look, we're gonna make ours still crunchy. So how we're gonna get ours crunchy is really simple. We're gonna add like around 2 spoons of oil in our breading. Maybe even a little bit more. Just want the oil to be fully absorbed. This way, they're also going to be really, really crunchy when you make them just in the oven. And even put a little bit more depending on how crunchy you want it. I think this is going to be just fine for me. Yes. You want it to be like fully dissolved in there. And then you have basically everything prepared. Let me see. Yes. Our little chocolate croissants are done. And our Nutella rolls kind of exploded. So this is like what we made out of the leftover what is it called? The leftover pieces from the tree. So we don't have to waste anything. And now what's gonna happen is we gonna make our croquettes, friends. So I put some more salt on there. So I'm gonna give it a good, like, another mix. So let's see. And now you can form them as big as you want, as small as you want. You can make balls, you can make little sausagey looking ones. I don't know. I'm gonna make mine kind of like this. So what you want to do is, after you form them, put them in flour. Whoopsie. Then you put them in the egg. And then from the egg, you put them into the breadcrumbs. And this is all you need to do. And then you just put them in the oven. And then you have your homemade croquettes. Super easy. Now we're gonna let the oil heat up. Also, we haven't seasoned the chicken on the outside yet. So we're gonna put some really simple salt and pepper. So again, if you didn't see it earlier, we have the chicken breasts filled with spinach and ricotta. You can like season it on the outside however you want. I just have like a herb mix and salt, pepper. And now I'm gonna put the chicken into the hot pan and give it like a nice, like it's gonna be pretty loud. Don't be scared, friends. We're gonna give it a nice sizzle from both sides. We're gonna also season them on the other side. The sound, The salt, pepper on the back side as well. Sound, oh my god. Oh, sounds good, huh? Obviously you can make it a little bit spicy if that's what you like, whatever you want basically. Okay, so meanwhile for this, what I'm preparing, I'm gonna be finishing off those chickens in the tray. So I'm gonna put the tray already in the oven to let it like preheat a little bit. I'm gonna see that the chicken has like a nice color of both sides. It's probably because it's pretty tightly stuffed, not gonna be fully cooked through. That's why after I'm gonna put it in the oven and let it sit there a little longer. So burrata, rocket salad, tomatoes. It's gonna be the starter. We need our green pesto. We need some of this and some olive oil. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna one more time turn it. Give it a nice browning on the other side again before I put it in the oven. And then they go in the oven. And then in the meanwhile there in the oven, we're gonna do the starter. Since it's chicken, you just really wanna be sure that it's fully cooked through. In the meanwhile, we're gonna make a sauce out of like the leftover stuff in the pan. So we have oil, we have like the juice of the chicken and everything. There's a lot of flavor in there and we don't want to get rid of that or lose that. So I'm just gonna make like a really simple kind of brown sauce with this, or like brown sauce, I don't really know, like a creamy chicken stock sauce kind of, if that makes sense. So what I'm doing is for the sauce, I always like to have a little bit of onion in my sauces for the taste. So I'm just really finely chopping a small onion. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my onion and put that in here for the sauce. Again, I turned down the heat by a lot, so it's like more like a medium low heat. I can turn on the overhead thing again. This time I won't forget. It's fine, even if there's like some chalky pieces in from the spinach that fell out, you can leave all of that in. Like all of that is gonna give a lot of good taste to your sauce. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna let the onions get like glassy before I do anything else with this. So this is optional, right? I'm just spontaneously decided that I want to have a sauce with it. You can obviously make whatever sauce you want. And when you're doing this, you're gonna see that your onions already have like a little bit of a brownish color from like all the, I don't know how to say it, like the roasted bits of chicken that are left in the oil, which is gonna make everything that extra good, okay? I think that is pretty nice already. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some crème fine. It's like some kind of like, it's not really a cream, it's like a 7% fat cream. So I don't really know how you would translate that in English. So you just wanna add this to the onions. Again, this I just make this on the fly. You're gonna let it like mix in with everything. Let it get to a boil, and then you wanna try it. Like it's depending obviously how much you seasoned everything, how much seasoning was in the oil and stuff. We wanna see first how it tastes without any seasoning, and then from there on, once it got to a boil once, we're gonna decide what we're gonna do with the seasoning, right? So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna make a little bed of arugula rocket salad. I think rocket salad is the English word of it. Again, this is just a starter, right? So we're gonna put that inside. This is already pre-washed everything. This one is VMF, yes. If that was the question. Oopsie. We could technically make a cream sauce out of the ricotta, for example. I'm wondering if we should put that in or if we just make a brown sauce. I'm not sure. For our salad, so all we're gonna need for this is the one that I decided to make is we're gonna make some what is called mustard, some lemon, like I'm gonna use probably like not even half a lemon for this. Chimeran, hello. Just wanted a little bit of a sour to it. Okay. Okay, let's try it. YOLO. So we're putting our ricotta spinach mix. So we don't have any leftovers actually, which is really nice. So this is basically just a mix of the filling that we had earlier. So I'm gonna let the ricotta cheese melt into this, and there's also a lot of spices in the filling of the chicken, so I'm gonna let this dissolve first, like it's still cold from the fridge. But it's gonna dissolve pretty quick, and then we're gonna give it a taste again and see if we're gonna need some more. Probably gonna need, most likely gonna need some salt for this. So yeah, but let's talk again about the vinaigrette. Oh, danke schön, Tiger. So I'm gonna put like just half a lemon, not even, it's like more like a third of a lemon. The juice, then we're gonna put a little bit of mustard. Oh, yes. Ooh, that was a good idea, guys. Good call. Turning it down a little bit. So then my trying spoon here. This one here, I will mix in a little bit of vinegar. To be exact, some balsamic vinegar. Balsamico, dark one, and a little bit of oil, salt and pepper, olive oil that is, to be exact. Very good. Salt and pepper into our vinaigrette. And now you just go in with whatever spices you want. I have like a little bit of like a herb mix here as well that I'm gonna add. Yes. Oh yes. Oh my god, our croquettes, they look great. They exploded a little bit, but that's fine. So I'm gonna mix that in our vinaigrette. In the meanwhile, we're gonna cut our tomatoes. I cleaned it earlier already, I forgot. Yeah, I'm gonna put some water in a little bit. I just want to let it boil down a little bit first. Now I'm gonna take my cherry tomatoes and I'm gonna half them. So the starter is like really simple, but you're gonna see it's so good. Let me actually put a little bit of water in this to thin it down. Just do it by feeling, like I cannot really tell you how much I put in. Just something you need to decide yourself on which consistency you would like. If you have never had burrata in your life, you should try it. Oh, it's so nice. Oops. I'm gonna take it actually with this side up. It's so soft. I don't want to break it. There we go. And now, what else is really good? If you have a really, really good green pesto, you're just gonna take a little bit and sprinkle that all over. For this, if you eat it like with the burrata and stuff, I would recommend having a really high quality one that also tastes good when it's cold.
Those are mine, right?
Those are mine, but you can just wash it. Yep. It's fine. We're gonna start the dishwasher anyway, so.
You want to go that maybe?
Yes, please.
Just...
Oh no, I'm gonna just take mine.
Take it.
Sure. Thank you.
On your fork?
Yeah. Thank you. Could also, for example, have some of the marmalade with it, like the.
Oh no.
No, it's fine. Okay. Okay, guys, I'm gonna rate Lichlings. I'm gonna stop my stream now. Thank you for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed it. Front page was lit. I wish you a beautiful evening. I will be back tomorrow. Charity stream. Probably gonna start around 2 as well. I'm not sure. Again, if you're new and you don't know me yet, feel free to hit the follow button. Follow me on Instagram. I'm really active on Instagram. Twitter as well. Twitch. I love you all. Thank you so much. And I'm gonna be back tomorrow with the charity stream where I'm gonna be baking nerdy Christmas tree ornaments for you that you're gonna be able to win in the stream. So don't miss out tomorrow. I love you all and see you tomorrow. Bye.